Good evening, this is Delenda the Human and welcome to our SPQR campaign. But unlike last time when we were a pacifist, this time we're going straight for the jugular. Indeed, we've had a discussion thread open on YouTube and you have voted for us to take down the Brutii. So senators, let us head into battle. Let us head in to those fiendish, perfidious Roman families of ours. Just a quick headphone user warning, the video starts very suddenly here. And ironically, we begin with the Brutii video.
We saved Rome.
You will save Rome. You will save Rome when we annihilate you in a moment, my good sir. So here we are. Here we are with Rome. Should point out I have still got the map on from the previous map editing video. To be honest, I don't think that's going to matter too much because we are pretty much just going to focus on Rome. And as you might imagine, this isn't going to be a long campaign. We are pretty much going to eat up the Romans and then maybe decide if we want to play on from there, assuming we do manage to eat up the Romans, of course. Now, what do we have in our started situation? Well, to the north, of course, are the Brutii, who actually have a fair few forces around. There's another one in that forest over there. They will, of course, hopefully take on the Gauls. And as many people have pointed out in the discussion thread, yes, they should have a good chance to reinforce, which in some ways suggests we should get them first. In other ways suggests, well, we'll just let them get on with their own business. The Scipii are very easy to take out at the start. There is very little here. It's a general Hastati and it's a general and two more Hastati. So they are very simple, but they're also pretty isolated. They've got themselves Messana over the sea, of course. And if we can get a couple ships, we might just be able to block them from returning. Now, a few people have said about, it doesn't really matter who you attack first. You're going to kill them all anyway. Indeed we are, and indeed as soon as we declare any war, we are declaring war with everyone because they will stick with each other, sadly. So I'm going to put everyone in the town to start off with. I'm going to build myself my port because that will help us with the money. It could do with some ships to just hold back the Scipii if at all possible. What I probably want to do, Maxentius is going to pass away very soon, but I'm just going to leave him in the city. No point in getting good experience wasted on him. What we're going to do is grab our lads here. I'm going to grab some of my stronger troops. My Triarii. Of course, I do start with a big army. Not as much as all of these Romans put together, I should point out, but we do have the experience. And we should actually, with the blacksmith, be able to retrain these troops as well. So there's more we could do, but for now, we're not going to worry about that. We're going to grab our strongest units, Principes and the Triarii, and probably just leave a few back in Rome itself. I think this should be plenty to get on with our business. So obviously we're attacking the Brutii and we could go and attack them as soon as we can reach them, but of course they are going to hop in the boat and head over to Apollonia, which is very, very convenient for us. It means we can take them out or just leave them with Apollonia, really. They're going to be in a tough position. So attacking the Brutii in many ways, whilst actually the furthest away, does make some sense. So whilst we're on with this, we should probably try and actually make some kind of friends. What we could do, by the way, it's an interesting one. I'm not sure if this will work or not, but what we could do is notify the Brutii of cancellation of the alliance before we attack the Brutii. And at that point, I guess the way the alliance is set up means that they'll all declare war on me no matter what. But we could always try that, and it might just save our bacon a little bit. If I can avoid the Brutii for a little bit, they're the ones that actually cause me the most danger. The Scipioni, they are not going to be breaking in. We've got, by the way, stone walls, and the Vitelli on top of the walls are very, very potent at slaughtering enemy troops as they arrive. So I'm not too worried about that defence situation, although, yeah, generally speaking, this guy does die within the first few turns. So I'm just going to make sure I've got everything set up the way I want it. And we're in our turn. Before I end turn, actually, it's probably well worth noting that we can actually train assassins and spies right at the start, as well as principes, and our money is going to plummet very quickly indeed. Although, yeah, with a little bit of enslaving or sacking, exterminating, we might well be able to claim some money back, and our coffers should slowly fill up, or quite quickly fill up, once we take these cities. But yeah, you might well want to pick out some principes if that's what you want to do. I think we're okay, to be honest. I'm going to go for an assassin whilst it's a bit of an expense, think it's probably a good plan. So we flick through the end turn, and to be honest, I'll probably immediately flick through the next one. We'll have a quick chat with the ghouls, get some trade rights. Won't bother with an alliance for now, but we might well do in a turn or so. So, yeah, flick through to the next turn. I forgot to send out my assassin. Should do that, to be honest. And we'll grab this lad here. 62% chance. I fancy our chances. Indeed, we have taken him out. He's getting himself cutthroat. And hopefully he's got himself a little bit better. Assassination genius. Wow, we got lucky with that roll. That's beautiful. I thought it was a bit high for a first assassin roll. Okay, so he'll definitely help us out. And for me, I think that's probably worth more to me than grabbing a few Principes. Now, boat. We're not going to take that out because it's 2 boats and they've got experience. But we might as well get one on the field or on the sea, as it indeed is. Now, the Brutii have done exactly what I want. Ideally, we'd be able to sort of poke this boat out of the way, or maybe some rebels would appear. But to be honest, I'm not so concerned about that. They could head home. But even if they do head home and take us on at Tarentum next term, I'm not too concerned. We've got plenty here. Now, attack ally. Indeed, we could try this little trick with these guys. Let's cancel the alliance. Let's just inform them of that. Yep, little, that is to say, no choice. Transgression. They saw that as a transgression. I would suggest it probably is, my good sir. You are, yes, very, very keenly eyed, I can see. Attack ally. Oh, yeah, that's probably what I should have done. Probably should have gone chat to the Brutii and... Oh, no, that's Gallic. Okay. Sadly, there are no Brutii to inform of the end of our alliance. And I guess that means that, yeah, this will bring the Julii in as well then, no matter what. Bit of a shame, but oh well, we're going to attack anyway. War is declared. War were declared, and alliance is in tatters. The Scipii and SPQR. Whether that means that everyone's going to jump into war, we shall see. So let's end our turn. The House of the Brutii immediately want a ceasefire. I tell you what, my good sir, you can give me a big pile of money. Yes, give me a pile of money. Give me, let's say, 3,000, and then I'll just declare war again next turn anyway. That works for me. So yeah, ceasefire trade rights of 3,000. Yay! He gave us the money. What a fool. Okay, let's immediately declare war again. Although that has now brought them back over onto this shore. Interesting. Was that a good tactic? Probably not. But hey-ho, it is what it is. Does that mean, though, that we've declared war with everyone? We've immediately got a ceasefire. So what is the diplomacy? Apparently I have no enemies. Interesting. Does that mean I've managed to avoid bringing the others into the war? I think that is what that means, by the way, ladies and gents. So I'm quite happy to take that. Neutral faction, we will attack you anyway. We've got a bucket of money, so I'm quite happy to move on very swiftly and pretend that's never happened. Let's get some sewers, which aren't the most immediate thing in some ways, but we definitely don't want plague in Rome. That would be a bad state of affairs. So, do we have any generals to take out? Faction there, 9%. Not really. We could go for someone. Is it a good idea to try and declare war on these guys by accident? Well, we missed anyway, so no worries about any of that nonsense. Now, though, let's give ourselves an alliance with these guys. Yay! I tried to murder you a minute ago, but now we're allies with the ghouls, which is marvellous news. Okay, this is interesting. Not quite the way I originally planned it, but I kind of like the idea of grabbing the ceasefire and then immediately declaring war. I probably should have let them get back on the boat, but you know what? I kind of like it this way. Immediately then, the big battle at Tarentum and Mullius Brutus. In some ways, this does work out because whilst we've ended up facing them all together here, they are slightly split up for one, which is a good bit of news. Secondly, they've not actually taken Apollonia. So, that leaves us in quite a beautiful position in many ways, because now we can wipe out the faction in about 2 turns. Oh, that's lovely. I don't have to wait to get myself a boat over there. Some of you, by the way, were suggesting that I should get the Marin reforms. The amount of money we have as Rome is despicably terrible. If you watch my pacifist run as SPQR, the money was a huge problem. I had to get rid of most of my troops in order to stay afloat. And in several of my test runs before I actually played the main game, I was attacked a huge amount. So I learned by the time I actually played my full game that yeah, keeping enough troops was a very important thing just to ward off the Romans. So yeah, when you play as SPQR, they will stab you in the back, and they don't need to worry about popular support apparently. Anyway, let's get ourselves into battle. Now, whilst it says 2-1, yeah, the bar doesn't look that way, but we have all the experience, and they have nada. They do have some like mercenaries, but yeah, this experience and superior troops will probably absolutely rout them. Let's go.
So let your battle cry put fear into the enemy's guts. Call out to them and be brave. Call to the heavens and let strength and honor be your watchwords today.
Glory, glory, glory. And okay, I'm used to those battlefields just outside Rome, which are generally pretty flat affairs, but we do have a bit of a hill. And to be honest, we're the ones being attacked, so I'll quite happily take up our position on top of the hill. Grab ourselves, yeah, Principes in the centre, Starty on the flanks. We are not on the huge scale, we're on the large scale, my general preferred scale for the game here, which is marvellous. Let's get ourselves some of these Triarii on the flanks. There are going to be cavalry. The speech there did talk about cavalry superiority and said we didn't have enough spearmen to counter them. I would suggest we do have plenty of spearmen, but yes, apparently the game isn't happy about the amount of them we have. So let's just grab all our velites. I suspect, to be honest, this is going to be a very quick affair because the sheer experience and, to be honest, the shields that we've got, the extra shields, are going to make a big, big difference. So we'll grab ourselves auto fire. There are some more over there. Who are you? You're just cav, aren't you? Yes, you are indeed. We could pick them up with our general. We'll just see what they get up to. We'll just put our Triarii covering this flank over here. That's why they're there indeed. So we'll get them into that position. And the rest of them are way off in the distance. Can I even see them? I'm looking in the wrong direction. There they are. They're behind the trees. Very, very devious of them, hiding behind the greenery. Okay, let's wait for them to arrive. I decided I'm a bit bored of hanging around. I don't really want everyone to arrive at the same time, so let's just charge into these cav. We'll clear them out without too many problems, I suspect. General, get yourselves into battle. And we'll just try and get into the flank of them because the first unit's going to smash into them. And the second unit is just going to make sure that they rout as if they wouldn't anyway. So straight in, the first conflict of the Romans. Smashy, smashy. And cav, you go hit them in the flank. That'll be marvellous. And recycle the charge, you lads. And hopefully that will be it. We're not really going to get much of a charge on that second hit there, but it'll do enough. We'll break that unit. They'll go before too long. There we go. That's what we want to see. And they're gone. Poor old Equites, young lads on horses, are never going to stand up to our generals. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that result, actually. We attacked them early enough where they didn't bother to even reinforce themselves, so that works out pretty much as I would have hoped. So, General, get yourselves back around the back for now. They do still have a little bit more cav than us, so I don't really want to overexpose my cav. We'll lose that affair if we're not too careful about it. But, oh yeah. They are, you know what, I fancy this flank for our cav. Let's go and send them out there. That will be marvellous. Run out there. Javelins should be coming in. We've got a slight hill advantage here. Can we get those javelins in now, lads? Anytime be grand. Anytime. That is a Roman general, so let's get ourselves over to that flank. Oh yeah, they're piling in, especially the Velites as well. Especially with them. Are they going to... Oh, they're just going to allow us to flank them. Okay, that's fine by me. I'm just going to send in my lads over there. Triarii, get into these chaps. Ooh, they decided they don't want that. They decided they don't, but that's fine by me. It's fine by me. Cav, get yourselves out of there. We've got the immediate charge in, so we want to see. And now we're just going to give them the run around. You guys do that because we're just going to win a one-on-one all day long. So let's just pull these chaps around. Get our cav into there. That is a Roman general charging after us. And yeah, we'll just smash into their support units. That might just help us with a break. If we're a little bit careful with these cav, they are fairly exposed. But I'm quite happy to pull these lads around and we're going to get these... You know what? Let's just start getting everyone charging forward. Get them charging forward because we will break them very, very soon. For Rome! Indeed, my good sir. For Rome is what we fight for. So, Oh yeah, those Equites are now in trouble. They're now in trouble. We've got them pinned. Triarii are already in position if their general wants to come and attack us. Okay. Where are my Triarii? You are... Oh, I've got the spare ones back here. Of course I do. Now let's try and make sure they're not going to charge us. Yeah, we've stopped them. We stopped the charge. That's what we want to see. And you try and pin him down. Everyone else, loop back around. Loop back around. We have got them where we want them now. You try and push into him. Triarii now on their general, which is what we want to see. Yeah, and we've got more units on top of that general here. That is perfect. That is just what we want. Right, general, you go and push forward in that direction. Infantry are swarming over their general at this stage. We've got no brakes, and they are just melting like Swiss cheese, as the old adage goes. So, yeah, both of them are fleeing. Both of them are fleeing. Can we just catch him here? Come on. Ugh. Not quite. Not quite. So this lad in the middle here, though, he is definitely very much trapped. So let's just get all of our men on top of him. General's back here. That's my general. My general, get on top of him. And, yeah, general, turn around, finish him off. Make sure you catch him. He's right running into you. Okay, that's one gone. We already killed that cavalry lad at the start, but he's not a real general, of course. Infantry, infantry, infantry. Get yourself back on the hill. In fact, just everyone back in your position up there. We'll just let the cav mop up as much as they can, but everyone else should probably get back in position. General, terrible attempt to clear out their general, but he's turned around. That's good. That probably gives us a chance to get on top of him with our cav. Although there are some Equites coming in. We just be a little bit careful about that. But the break should be fairly quick, you'd think, because they're both units who are coming back into battle. Yeah, they're running. They're running. Okay, what's happening over here? Equite are over here, which is why we need the Triarii in position. Okay, he's running again, and I don't think we got him once again. But he's running towards us. Okay, yeah, there he goes at last. Is that Amulius Brutus? I can't remember who it was. Yes, Amulius Brutus is gone. DED dead. Oh, that is marvellous. Triarii are trying to pick off those lads over here. There we are. They've got them pinned now. So I think we've largely got this battle. At this point, we might as well reorganise all you lot. Start swinging them down the hill in this direction. The Triarii aren't really in the best position. I should probably put it that way. Okay, get yourselves back over here. Back over here, Triarii. That's where you need to be. Right. Their extra general's coming in right now, which is a bit unfortunate. Let's get the flanking. I was hoping we would escape, but he's obviously a bit fresher than us and caught up. So, you get into that flank. There goes our general! No! Marcus Maxentius is dead! By Jove! Panic! Panic! Okay, we've got ourselves a big charge of Equites into us over here. I've kind of slightly lost my position in this battle here. Let's hope we don't... Oh, both our generals fled to them. There are too many generals in the end. Okay, so in the end we have kind of slightly fluffed it. Second general isn't dead, though. That's the main thing, although he probably soon will be. Let's get... Oh, good. They've decided... That general's decided he wants to get involved with all of this. Good. Good. Let's get everyone into the battle. Everyone in. We've got superior quality. We will win out in the end. So... We slightly fluffed this, by the way, lads. We slightly fluffed this, but we can still pull it around at the very end. General's back. You come over here and just make sure you're supporting all of this nonsense. You into them, and Triarii back over here. We've lost way too many men in this battle. Oh well, it is what it is. We've still got them. There goes their general. We've slaughtered so many of their generals here. It is a glorious, glorious day. One way or the other, we will still claim victory. Officially, victory is ours. Hopefully, we do get some of our men back. Bit of a shame we lost the general. I did try and get him away from that engagement, but I think we were just a bit too tired. We got ourselves a little bit too far to kill their general. Ended up losing ours at the same time, which is a shame because Maxentius was pretty darn good. But great Romans will fall. Great Romans will fall in our attempt to take back our good old Senate. But one of the consuls comes home dead, but the other lad, well, he's still here, and that means we can still fight on. It's a clear victory, and when you look at the numbers like that, it still looks pretty darn good, all things considered. We took out 2 of their generals, we only lost 1 of our own. I guess that will have to do. Victory is ours, and with that, the city is officially ours. Now, do we want... Oh, I can't move the screen right now. It's got itself stuck on the end turn. Okay, population dispersed. Do we want to do that? You know what, we could just send them all to Rome. Let's send them to Rome! Rome's very upset about that. Okay, no, actually. But I will offer you a ceasefire and some trade, right? Do you want to give me some money for that? Why not? Why not, I say? Bandying words is pointless. Yeah, that sounds like we're at war by some chance, doesn't it? Indeed it does. Yes, we are indeed at war. That was a shame. I thought we might have been able to get away with all of that nonsense. Let's see if they want ceasefire as well. Ceasefire and trade rights? No, they see no need. Okay. The Julii have started the civil... Indeed they have! We just had to deal with the Brutii. It has nothing to do with you, Julii. And yet you've decided to side with them? To side with the perfidious Brutii? It's just cruel and rude. The same with the Scipione. You see, this was nothing to do with either of you. But you've made it to do with all of you now! And we've lost ourselves. One of our great consuls in the meantime. Okay, so we're now at war with the rest of them. They have their last general in the city over there, which is lovely. Captain Augustus over there, no problem. Should we merge? Probably best not to merge if it's going to lose us a unit, but it looks like we're okay actually. So I tell you what we'll do. We're going to leave the damaged units behind. We're going to send the rest straight over to Croton, and we will take out the Brutii next turn. This is enough to hold out that because it is a unit of cav after all. We can't actually get any more infantry there, so we'll have to send these back to Rome for retraining later. But let's get those lads retrained, get a bit more on them. And what else do we want to do? We could, yeah, we have the boats. Let's get one more boat and we should be able to beat the Scipione in the sea. And okay, that army is still sitting there in a fort. Interesting indeed. They never quite attacked Carthage. Yeah, one thing you might well want to do if you're doing this yourself is let the Brutii get over there and don't bring them back over like I just did. But B, yes, if you can get the Scipii to try and generally fail, it's Carthaginian. Interesting. Generally fail against Syracuse first time, then that does very much suit your cause. Suggester obviously will pretty much always fall, no need to worry about that. But is there something my assassin can do? Let's go for a few more of these little captains first. This will be simple enough. He's missed the target again. Which forward is supposed to be a genius. Who knows, eh? Who knows? Right, hero's death. A new factionaire. That's not how this works. That's not how this works at all. But, yeah, Servius Maxentius is our consul at this point. He is just about hanging on. Now, we can actually look at what people's roles actually are, but the Senate tab will break the game. In case you've not done this yourself, don't press on that. I'll desperately try to not to, but I might at some point or another. Poor trader. Okay, whatever, lads, whatever. So we're down to normal because we've just given us a big bump of people. So we need to be, just wary of that point there. So no more retraining because that lad is going to die before too long. In the turn report, we have some money, not an awful lot. No need to train anything else around here. Let's just wait the end turn and see what the Brutii do. And indeed, Decius Maxentius decides to kick the old bucket, which is, well, normally a few turns in you would have got offered yourself a new family member to marry one of your daughters. Who do we have? Yes, this lady, Prishka. She's 21, so she could do with someone. Now, Lucina here has at least managed 2 sons before Maxentius died, so that's good news indeed. Does that mean he's now our only general? Okay, we've got to be a little bit careful on the enter or in this battle here, because we can't afford for him to die. So Brutii could well smell a tactic there if they were clever, but they're not clever, which is why we need to remove them. So we'll just continue with our assassin. Ooh, Quintus Julius, 45%. Oh, he goes down. Slick with the knife there. Okay, and with that, yeah, he's only on 3. He lost cut throat when he's failed a couple times. He didn't get it back, which is a little bit unfortunate. But hey ho, it is what it is. Hopefully we can win this. Yeah, experience sometimes counts for a lot. That is unfortunate. I probably should have left that one more turn until we had everything in place. But hey ho, it is what it is. So they lost 30 men and we lost... Ruddy Laura, we lost a lot. Okay, well, it's fine. They can give us the little run around in the sea. But we need to head into Croton. Into Croton we go. Tiberius Brutus is there himself with Cassius Brutus, who got pulled out of somewhere. Well, you probably know how babies work. 16 years ago anyway. But Tiberius Brutus needs to be taken down. A few units left. We don't have a lot actually, do we? But should be plenty enough to take the city. It's not stone walls or anything. Let's head in. Let's just make sure that Servius Maxentius doesn't randomly die. We do need to be just a little bit careful with this battle because they do have a fair amount that they could cause us problems with. So I'm just going to throw some javelins into their Vitalize. Do some good old-fashioned actual skirmishing with skirmishers. But yes, because of those 2 generals, I'm holding back the Triarii for the latest part of the battle possible. Javelins are helpful, but yeah, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see where we get to with all of that because we probably are going to need the spearmen to finish them off. Obviously, I really don't want to send my general in. I can use, of course, the rally button, but there's only so much of that I can do. Luckily, we've got them wasting their javelins mainly on all of my Velites who are in loose formation, so hopefully we'll cause them a bit of damage whilst we are chucking the javelins into their rear. Good, they're running away, which is good news indeed. Back into those Velites, you into these lads, and we can get on with the smashy. General running across. If we can get a few javelins into him, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Plenty of them coming forward at this point, so let's get the rest of our men into position. You lads, run yourselves forward. There goes the gates. Indeed, we are through the gates. And we should probably start getting our javelins on at this point. So, grab your javelins. As we smash through, we're going to have to hold position. And I think we want to get in some Triarii, actually, to cover the first entrance. There we are, and the second one's appeared. Good. You lads, run straight through there. Triarii. Ooh, this needs to be done carefully. Triarii in there. You lads in here, Principes. We need you to deal with those Velites. Chase them down. Get in position now. Run. Run yourselves through. Unfortunately, we've got ourselves caught up a little bit with the Hastati, but they should be chunked down pretty darn quickly. Get yourself into their rear, Mr. Triarii. Yes, there we go. Triarii! And with that, they've managed to melt straight away. So we'll get our Triarii into position. We'll get the replacement ones over here just to make sure we've got all of that blocked up. All of you onto those lads, and javelins at this point. You can go off auto fire, please. We are going to get you into position. Back here, lovely. Onto tight at this point. That'll be fine. I think they are now retreating back to the plaza, but that's fine by me. We'll just get ourselves organised. Unfortunately, we got ourselves a little bit caught up over here. I was supposed to lure them in with javelins, but instead we've now got ourselves cut down. So run away. They're in big trouble here. But nonetheless, they have somewhat managed to do what the trap was supposed to be, which was pull them in to Triarii and all the javelins in the world, of course. So Triarii, get on top of those lads as much as possible. Get all of your javelins in. Back to your javelins, lads. Back to your javelins. I do apologise, my good sirs. You were supposed to throw in javelins and not quite die as much as that. Do throw in a few javelins, though. Don't really care about hitting our Triarii too much at this point. I trust you to throw accurately and over the top. Come on, get on with it, my good sirs. Hopefully these lads will chunk them down in good time. That's one of the generals going. A few javelins popping into their rear. And yeah, if we can get these guys... there we go. That's one general fallen. I was trying to get around the back of him there, but it didn't quite work. Now, they obviously have a few left over here, so let's get our Triarii into position. But we do need to get some javelins forward, so all of you lads, get yourself as much as possible along the front here. We want to throw in some javelins before we run out of the opportunity. Okay, looks like they're immediately going to come back into us, which is interesting. We'll just immediately pile on top of that general. A few javelins coming in from their Hastati, but they might well give up in a moment, seeing as it's their general that's been taken down. So yeah, they're not going to bother wasting their javelins right now. What we do want to do though, yeah, there he goes. That's the end of the Brutii. One way or another, that is the end of them. And we'll just get these lads on top of them. Javelins into there. General, just pull back a little bit. Just make sure you're not going to get caught up by the most random javelin in the world. All of my missiles, please, into them. Don't get yourselves pulled into an actual conflict. Just throw your javelins. Oh, for Pete's sake. They can't follow instructions, can they? Problem is, they often throw one and then they charge when I actually want them to use both, obviously. So pull yourselves back. Principes, likewise, pull yourselves back. Right, Ishkaba. Let's just get ourselves into a position. Right, that's a bit better. Trioi can pin them down. I don't mind that, but the Principe need to get themselves around the flank. You've still got javelins. Just throw your javelins, man. You're supposed to be disciplined. Ah, for Pete's sake. See, this is why we need to get rid of the Brutii. They've... Okay, did literally just say javelins, but apparently we're just going to chunk them down the good old-fashioned, painful way. Fine. I give up at this point. Just chunk them down. You see, we're catching this plague here from the Brutii of not being obedient. And if you've watched the intro on Rome Remastered, which is the Scipii intro, it makes the point that what makes Romans greater than the rest is they are obedient. Damn it, Brutii. That's what happens when you don't follow the rules. So, Servius Maxentius bravely into battle. Didn't touch anyone in that fight. Quite sensibly, I would suggest. So, we managed to take them out. Pretty clean for a siege affair, to be honest. And that means this is a glorious day. Victory is ours, and immediately, yeah, well, they pulled out a general from somewhere, but nonetheless, victory is ours. I'm going to exterminate. Should I exterminate? I'm making some nice money now, actually. So, enslaving to make Rome big as possible, that could be fun. You know what, let's do that. We're going to enslave. We are going to enslave them. So, with that, we're in a very nice position. And of course, the Brutii are slain. Yes, that's the hill they died on, and they're now gone. So. With that, actually, if you can wipe them out in one turn, presumably, your allies don't have time to declare war. That's an interesting point. Perfidious Julius shall probably be the one to die next, I suppose. Now, of course, as we saw with this lad here, the AI will just pull random generals out of its arse just to keep them going. But at the very least, the starting generals are very good, so if you can assassinate them, then that's probably well worth it. Our boats are... I think the technical term is buggered, but we will see about all of that. Scipii yet to make a move. The Julii get to attack us either. We need to be a little bit careful, but we have a little bit of money coming in now. And I suspect, yeah, our accounts are looking very, very good indeed. So, can we afford anything? There's no road to be built, sadly. We'll rebuild the wall. That's probably about all we can do for the time being. Turn down the tax rate there, turn it up over here. I think we're pretty much in a position to end our turn and see what the other Roman families make of all this. Praise be the heavens, Publius Maxentius has come of age. Although his cousin, whoever that Priscilla or whatever her name was, she still needs to get herself married, damn it. Okay, let's get ourselves one more boat, because whilst the Scipii aren't currently in their boats trying to take us on, they could be very, very soon, so I need to be a bit careful about that. We're going to come around here. Might as well go over to our ports. Why they never build a port in Croton, I will never understand. But there we are. They are absolute madmen, of course. So, there we are. We can get ourselves a few more merges going on, but we do need to get these back to Rome. And it certainly looks like... Yes, it looks like the Julii are going to come down here and attack us over here. Now, I should point out, the rebels are actually neutral. So, and actually, when I made this speech video, which Dave recorded, well, I'm recording this the day before this releases, obviously with the community poll. So I've just released that video on the great speech of Maximus the Mad. Yes. But when I was doing a lot of research and looking into the speeches for that, and I'll probably do more of them in the future, there are a few speeches saying about the rebels have joined us in battle, which would imply they're your allies. Now, I guess you could set it that way in the files, but yeah, there's no way of doing that in the game itself, so it's a bit odd, a bit interesting. Oh, it's Crispus. Augustus Crispus. He's got high ideas of himself. He wants to be an Eastern Roman rebels general from back in the day. Oh, I can't kill old Crispy. That's just marvellous. Okay, well, Croton obviously is very unhappy now that I have gotten rid of its general, but we can get his starter here. So I'll retrain and we'll just get one extra over there. Rome can, of course, get itself, an armourer. We'll get ourselves the Proconsul's Palace when we have a bit of money once again. But, Assassin, 27 isn't terrible. Give it a go. Failed again. Now, unfortunately, I'm a bit worried he's going to start losing his traits at this point. So maybe we need to go back to training him up. Can't quite get myself round to killing Crispy, but yeah, we'll have to see about all of that. Right, well, we're out of money. Let's end our turn. See what happens. Militia barracks is being taken down in Capua just to give them a bit extra training. They have themselves a few units, but not a huge amount. Enough that could possibly cause Rome some problems at this stage. So now is probably the time to start on the Principes. We do have ourselves a few ships, which is nice. Greeks are over here. Let's put it straight there, and that might seem aggressive, sir, but that is where my port will be next turn. So let's not worry too much about that. I'm a bit concerned. There are the Scipioni. And Sardinia is still, interestingly, with Carthage. Yeah, I feel like we've slightly thrown the beginning for our Roman friends here. So they don't seem to have got on with their usual business, aside from, obviously, Segesta. Gauls are my allies, of course. That's really fairly meaningless, I imagine, but quite happy for that to be the case for the time being. Now, what we really need to do is squeeze some of these units back to Rome. Now, Rome itself, yeah, we're not gaining enough money right now. I thought we'd be getting slightly more, and we do need that palace, seeing as I keep on bolstering the numbers of Romans. So, good thing I built the sewers, because, squalor's already pretty darn high anyway. And unrest is a bit of an issue. Well, the Romans aren't yet. Well, the Julii aren't yet attacking us, so we'll see where it goes from here. Our assassin's back to his good old business up in the north, taking out some random captains. He's regained Cutthroat at long last, which is good news indeed. Let's see if we can grab ourselves a ceasefire with the Julii for the time being. Nope, they're not having it. I imagine the Scipii are very much the same. Fortunately, Rome is, blockaded right now. And I'm just trying to save up enough money. There we go. There's the attack from the Julii. And yes, I'm just trying to figure out, Greece, do you want to be friends? I'll happily be friends with you. Oh, right, some trade rights to begin with. That suits me down to a T. Bit of map information. You can't pay anything in return. You literally have map information. That was the payment. But okay. So, yes, you get some more problems. We'll continue to hack people down, gain ourselves, you get more traits. He's picked up Murderer now. Oh, that is delicious. So we're going to send him back down. Actually, should we send him back down here? I think we're perfectly fine to take out these lads. They're not going to have any way of breaking in, I wouldn't think. But I could potentially use my assassin up north. Good old Canius, Callius. Right, so this is probably going to be a little bit on the short side for an opening video. But what I don't want to do is head forward too much, Senators, because of course, this is the I Am the Senate campaign, and that means I will put up a little discussion thread to see where we should go next, because with the Scipioni, and we of course have the Julii. Now, the Julii are the ones actively attacking us, so perhaps it makes sense to go deal with them next. The Scipioni, they've got themselves some of their boats back. We could retrain, but I'm saving up for the palace in Rome, which of course is what the senators do. Yes, it's the Proconsul's Palace, of course. It's not for the dictator, not for any emperor, of course. No, but of course, I do want us all to vote on who we should attack next. Now, my thinking on this, if I were to influence the vote, because that's how democracy definitely works, I felt the Julii are attacking us, and they are the immediate threat in some ways. Also, I'm kind of intrigued to see what happens down here, because whilst they finally got themselves an army ready, yeah, Carthage, they haven't done anything yet. They haven't taken this yet either. Sardinia's still Carthaginian. So maybe, just maybe, if we can distract long enough, then maybe we will see Carthage boot them out of Sicily anyway, which would be an unusual state of affairs on Rome. I kind of like to see it though, so we will see about that. But yeah, I think I will leave it here for now because we've got the Romans, we've got the Julii putting us under siege in Tarentum. But yeah, I reckon we should have a vote before we move on. I'm quite happy to press on against the Scipii, knock them out of Italy altogether, leave them just sitting by a volcano, which totally isn't about to erupt, of course. And yeah, I think that could be glorious indeed. Not, I'll be honest, the best example of how to get on with this. Gaius the Ugly! Ah, wonderful. Wonderful. He scares small children. -5 influence. Wow, I mean, there's ugly. But then they're starting off with this level of a trait. That is truly spectacular to have begun at that level. Wow, there's a lot of coin flips going on there, and he has not turned out lucky, has he? Scares small children. Does add to command, though, so he'll be a good commander, and he's a good ambusher as well. Oh, yes, so he's good in battle. +1 influence. Yeah, no, maybe don't worry about influence, my good sir. That's not going to be your kind of thing. But an ugly so-and-so of a general, oh, that could be glorious. You could be the man, guys, who ironically is the man to take out the Julii, but of course we'll see what you vote for. Oh, that is marvellous stuff. So I will catch you next time. This, of course, hasn't been, as I say, the cleanest first turn. You can very much just, if you smash through Scipione straight away, go straight down here, knock out pretty much all of Scipii and Brutii in about 2 turns. 3 turns in, and then you can just rearrange everyone up north for Rome, exterminate as you go, get all the money. This isn't actually the most efficient way of doing it. We're just doing it the diplomatic, the democratic way. I can't even talk. Anyway, the democratic way. Vote in the poll. There'll be a poll. I'll put it up. I don't want it to be like a spoiler per se. I guess people would have seen that we've taken on the Brutii already. But I tell you what, on about Wednesday, maybe Wednesday, something like that. Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll put up the poll, and you can then vote for which one you want to die next, the Julii or, of course, the Scipione. But I believe you for now. I'm Thomas, this is Genetic Human, and this has been I Am the Senate campaign. Thank you, and bye-bye. Shoot the flames of death into their eyes. Oh no, we're gonna die! Coward, 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 coward. Stop, sir! You're supposed to die! Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away! Our ballistas can actually shoot our own gates. Okay, let's get on with this battle. Run away.